This is home. Cheyenne, your Wyoming link starts right now.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Lindgren. After nearly 6 decades as Laramie County Community College, the school is going for a new name. Leaders say it's not only a rebranding, but a way to expand their reach. Our Alex Hill spoke with the college president about the plans.
All of the work we've been doing for the last 2 years that led to the point to say it's probably in the best interest of Wyoming and Laramie County for us to make a change in our name.
Laramie County Community College is changing its name for the first time in its nearly 60-year journey. The college wants its new name to reflect big plans for the future.
The name change is really sort of the next step in multiple years of research and analysis. Really, the origins of the conversation start with looking at the changes we're having with workforce and demographics in the state.
President Dr. Joe Schaefer says the shift isn't just about a new name. They're also working to refresh the college's overall brand for the years to come.
Beyond just the name change, we're reshaping our brand promise and think that we have a pretty solid brand, and that's the people that know us tell us that. If they're familiar with us and they know who we are, it's difficult for people to always grasp that we're not in Laramie or not in Larimer County, Colorado. So geography is one issue we're trying to do.
Dr. Schaefer notes clarifying the college's identity is key to reaching students both in Wyoming and beyond.
We have to think more broadly about where we recruit talent. So as we enter new markets, especially even regional markets, it's important that people know who we are, and our name can either open a door to a conversation to get folks to consider coming here or close it before we're even able to tell them what we offer.
The timeline for the name change is expected to be around 18 to 24 months. Alex Hill, your Wyoming link, Cheyenne.
The White House says taking acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, may not be safe for pregnant women. Our Eric Vigil spoke with maternal health experts at the Women's Clinic in Cheyenne for their reaction.
President Trump announced that the FDA will recommend that acetaminophen, also known under the name brand Tylenol, should be sparingly used during pregnancy for its supposed link to autism in children.
So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
Here at the Cheyenne Women's Clinic, physicians say they will still be recommending the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy. The FDA's notice to physicians on the recommendation acknowledged, quote, a causal relationship has not been established, and there are contrary studies in the scientific literature.
So usually we would see something more definitive. Really, there is no known causation of autism with Tylenol use.
There are no other over-the-counter medications that are recommended to relieve pain or fever during pregnancy, leaving acetaminophen the only option.
Very high fevers, especially early in pregnancy, can cause some deformities of the pregnancy itself. And so not taking medication that's needed during pregnancy with a high fever could definitely lead to even worse complications.
Both physicians and the FDA agree that talking with your physician will give you the best information for your situation, but the Cheyenne Women's Clinic won't be changing the recommendations. Eric Vigil, your Wyoming link, Cheyenne.
If you have plans on visiting the Kiwanis Community Park in Cheyenne, a reminder to not feed the neighboring horses and to keep your dogs on a leash. The city says feeding horses on private property can cause serious health issues and even injury to visitors. Dogs must also stay leashed in all city parks to prevent harm to other animals and people. Signs are posted at the park off East Pershing Boulevard. The city of Cheyenne is alerting residents that the compost facility wraps up Sunday hours after this weekend. The last day is September 28th, with normal hours continuing Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 5. Yard waste pickup runs through mid-November, with final branch collection set for November 20th. Police in Rawlins are warning drivers about frosted windshields as the fall season sets in. We begin today's trip around Wyoming with a morning crash that officers say could have been avoided. Now that it's fall, the Rollins Police Department is reminding drivers to fully clear frost from their windshields before hitting the road. Officers shared these images online, saying a driver with an obstructed view veered into a parked car and flipped over Wednesday morning. No one was seriously hurt, but police warn citations will be issued if windshields aren't completely cleared. One of the last big wildfires of the summer season in Wyoming is nearing its end. The Dollar Lake fire has burned almost 19,500 acres and is now 66% contained. Bridger Teton National Forest officials say this is their final update as local crews take over. They're thanking the community for the support throughout the fight. More information is available at yourwyominglink.com. A major project is underway to protect Wyoming's wildlife and drivers. WYDOT and Game and Fish just broke ground on the Kemmerer South Wildlife Crossing along Highway 189. The $24 million project will build underpasses, an overpass, and fencing, aiming to cut wildlife collisions by as much as 90% once it's complete in 2027. For 30 years, Wyoming Game and Fish has honored landowners who go above and beyond in wildlife conservation. This year, 4 families were recognized for projects that protect habitat, improve grazing, and support big game herds across the state. You can find more details on the award winners on our website. And that wraps up today's trip around Wyoming. The Bureau of Land Management in Newcastle is preparing for a prescribed burn in Weston County this fall. Crews plan to burn around 120 acres near the South Dakota and Wyoming state line, targeting dense juniper to lower the wildfire risk and improve wildlife habitat. Officials say the project could begin as early as October once fire restrictions are lifted. Popular trading cards are flying off of the shelves at game stores, not always into the hands of players though, instead scalpers. As our Duncan Cowan tells us, it's affecting the bottom line at locally owned businesses in Casper.
Casper's local game stores are noticing a major uptick in demand for Pokemon cards, but not from players, but scalpers, buying out entire shelves and leaving regular customers disappointed.
I've had several come in and try and buy out all of the product, and unfortunately, we don't like to sell all of it to just one person.
In the beginning of this kind of situation, we were having people come in and just walk away incredibly disappointed, but we now see people just expecting disappointment.
Box stores aren't feeling the pinch, but the mom and pops like Friendly Ghost are.
These scalpers tend to divert product from our smaller stores to the really big ones, and so we are having a lot of trouble with filling our Pokemon shelves because places that can sell 10,000 boxes will get all their product, and then we're left with what's left over.
With limited supplies, local shops are left with a difficult decision. Leave the cards at affordable prices and risk empty shelves, or buy from scalpers, raising prices and alienating the customer base they want to attract.
Kids can't afford what the prices are on these cards, and that's not fair to them. You got grandparents that want to buy stuff for their kids. They can't do it because it's too expensive.
We haven't turned to buying from the scalpers because then we would have to charge exorbitant amounts for just basic things.
Duncan Cowan, Your Wyoming Link, Casper.
Creepy and crawly critters will be coming to the Wyoming State Museum for a Halloween family event. The free event will show kids and adults why they shouldn't be afraid of spooky creatures like bugs, bats, and spiders. Presentations, activities, and crafts will be on hand as a part of the educational fun. The event takes place on Saturday, October 4th from 10 to 2. You can register by going to yourwyominglink.com. Wyoming Cowgirl volleyball and soccer are kicking off Mountain West play this week. Volleyball, now 4-7 on the season, hosts Colorado State tomorrow in the Border War and takes on Air Force on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Cowgirl soccer team, coming off a strong non-conference start at 5-2-2, hits the road to face Boise State tomorrow and Utah State on Sunday. Stay with us. Your forecast is next. And as a reminder, you can stay up to date on the latest local and state news as well as weather at our website, yourwyominglink.com. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Your Wyoming Link. This is home.